Hello everyone, I am Atelier Spirit Officer Tasker, and welcome to part 14 of Let's Play Diofield Chronicle. So to start things off, I'm checking a map to see where Waltquin and Shivat are, and heading over to talk to them for the side conversations. Which doesn't take long at all. We're starting with Waltquin. Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry. Let's get started.
You aren't courting, are you, Andreas?
That's none of your business.
Sounds like a no. I might consider stepping out with you, if you shared all of your secrets with me.
I have no secrets, and no desire to step out with you.
You're so full of lies. It's part of your charm, though, I suppose.
Stop your prattling. If it's marriage you seek, surely your family can find some rich boy for you.
Don't be silly. What could be duller than marrying into some prim and proper household?
You'd rather have me, would you?
You're finally getting it. We fit so well together.
A secretive man, and a woman who can't keep things to herself. You think that's a good match?
Ah, so you acknowledge that you do have secrets after all.
I was only borrowing your phrase. No. Enough of this.
Really? But I was having fun.
Shivat, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
Well, well. So you have some interest in me after all.
You previously worked for House Redditch, and occasionally associated with bandits. How did you come to be so well versed in ancient sorcery?
I wouldn't say I'm well versed. I only picked it up because I thought it would put food in my belly. It's no different to how knights and mercenaries train in order to make a living.
That makes sense. Could you tell me more about your experience of working for House Redditch?
Well, I had hoped it would help me develop my ancient sorcery skills, to be honest. Their daughter was conducting research into it after all, but I soon gave up on the idea. You see, the strain of sorcery she was researching is as dark as it comes.
Oh, is that so? What can you tell me about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. Only that it's far beyond my reach. Or rather, that it's something I dare not touch. I just realized that you remind me of her. Lady Redditch, that is.
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. It's just a feeling, that's all.
Oh. Well, we've learned some interesting stuff about Waltquin, and I really do like her character. She's really making this game for me. Like, I love Waltquin so much. And come to find out, I do actually go over to the lab to see about weapon development. And it's some interesting stuff for sure. And I kind of got a little excited looking at it. But the thing is, I don't realize at first that I don't have enough gold bars to actually develop any new weapons just yet. And we're going to see it in a bit. Just give me a second. Yeah, here it is. There it is. Oh, actually, I think I'm still looking to try to sell on something. Just... Oh! I already looked at it. I already found out. I think for a moment I was actually able to make it look like live commentary for a bit. But now... Oh, it just kind of shows that I'm doing post-commentary. But yeah, there's not really much we can do with Imaginal Orb research. But what we can do is upgrade the Shadow Step for a bit. It reduces cooldown time, which is good. And now it's time to head over to start the mission. And here we go. There we are.
We have received word that hostilities have broken out at Teggaria. The Empire attempted to break through our fleet off the Teggarian coast in order to make landfall at the naval base. Fortunately, Prince Ivangar's elite squad was able to hold the line and push the Empire back. Currently, the naval battle is in a deadlock, though it does seem that some Imperial units have made it ashore. We too are to answer the Kingdom's call. Ready up and depart for the base.
We've finally been called up.
I never imagined we'd be fighting in a full-scale war.
Ultimately, your main objective is to assist the army. You are to provide reinforcements for the front line. En route to the base, however, you will also need to defeat units headed in this direction. You will take the Jacquerie Highway from Central Field towards Teggaria. Expect to encounter the Wyvern Riders gathered near Bald Great Bridge at some point.
Wyvern Riders?
They are knights mounted on winged creatures, wyverns, who nimbly attack from above.
I believe that is a job for your bow and arrows, Iska. The Blue Foxes are counting on you. Now more than ever.
Not a thought that brings me joy.
Well, the way I see it, the war looks bleak. Especially if we're being called out to fight.
Look at it this way. This is a rare opportunity to show what we can do.
You have such a yearning for war.
I can't comprehend it.
Enough, Iska. We're to make for Eastfield at once.
Okay. So there's something I want to say, but I'll save it for her after this next bit of voice dialogue that comes up before the mission. Eastfield Bald Great Bridge.
The Imperial's weapons look totally different to our own.
They must not be let through, lest our presence be for naught. We shall not buckle. Not a man shall get past.
The stench of gunpowder and roar of cannon fire. It really feels like war.
Stay focused, Quinn, or you'll end up on the floor.
My focus is not in question. My every sense is honed. Now, let us begin.
Alright, so this video is probably going to end up being 2 days late because I am recording at pretty close to 11 in the evening and I have work in the morning. Thankfully it's a short shift, so I can actually get to rendering as soon as I get home at noon. And that will be good for me. But for the moment,
Think you can escape?
this is a mean sight on skills to use.
Enemy down.
And these guys have kind of a unique death cry compared to the enemies we fought before.
They just died.
yeah, they're all
Understood.
all shouting, "Long live the Empire" with their dying breaths.
Understood.
When I was actually playing through this battle, I actually found it kind of funny. But yeah. This is just me trying to figure out the best way to stop this enemy skill. And this actually gives me the perfect opportunity, even with one down.
Here goes!
And I'll be honest, for a moment I was actually worried I wouldn't be able to stop that.
Victory!
But next week,
The enemy continues to advance. Brace yourselves. Do not let them reach Central Field.
right, so
Understood.
next week, I do actually plan to do a couple more Mario Kart videos before continuing with Diofield. And I actually want to try seeing if I can do live commentary again, and with my next Mario Kart
Think
videos.
you can escape?
Just because I don't actually like doing post
All
commentary.
according to plan.
I find
Target
out.
Here goes!
Because while it does make it easier to not worry about, well, actually it doesn't make it easier to not worry about the recordings getting choppy in OBS, because it still happens either way.
I
And I
understand.
actually ended up uninstalling the Discord app from my computer in the hopes that would help. And so far, I don't have any complaints about the results for that.
Push forward.
But here I am summoning Bahamut to try to make it easier to defend the cannons.
Understood.
And that works pretty well, honestly. And just to actually talk about this battle, it's
I understand.
actually one. Actually, it's the most fun battle I've had yet with this game. Game Link. You're going to see. He encourages me to strategize more earlier on, and I actually thought that the Flameless was going to be an offensive spell. Also, I was going to try to use it to get rid of that last soldier, but it turns out no, it doesn't work like that. So I just used Walt Quinn's Meteor Fall.
Here goes!
Olive.
Oh,
And it
just
helps that I
died.
get to hear Sadistic Laugh again.
The King's men are putting up a fight. It seems my comrades need me.
That's a Wyvern Rider. Watch out, everyone.
Wait! They're approaching on foot as well.
We'll have to split up then. Do not let them get past.
Yes, yes, there's no need to keep repeating yourself.
Okay, so they're doing a pincer attack. So what I do is send Andreas and Iskarion, on one side, and Fredra and Waltequin on another. And I was worried for a little bit about the Wyvern Rider here while doing this, but with some good use of skills, makes this a little easier.
Here goes!
If you're doing things right, you don't have to worry. And that means using the skills in the way that developers expect you to use them. To make these skirmishes easier. And I'm basically just letting Andreas and Scarian's skills cool down on here. While Waldquin takes care of her enemies on hers and Frederick's side. There's another skill for Frederick.
Enemy down.
I've forgotten the name of the skill.
Think you can escape?
But looks like Rias and Iska have got things taken care of here. And Eisler's shield bash actually kills this guy. Okay, so Andreas and Scarian are free to target the Laverne Riot.
They just died.
Who is targeting Waltequin, and which is not a good thing. Yeah, he basically did that. But Waltequin's situation wasn't quite as compromising. Okay, that skill's called Vicious Swing.
You didn't overdo it.
Skill names have always been pretty hard for me to remember, or in JRPGs in general.
You dirtied my dress.
Except for like Dragon Quest and Megami Tensei. And
This isn't really my style.
yeah, I really was worried about the prospects of keeping Waltequin alive, or making sure she didn't go down. Because I also played the demo on PS4 before I played it on Switch on the channel, and something about this game which I hope we never have to end up seeing in the playthrough.
I'll take you down.
And I went through this when playing the demo on PS4, but if a character's HP is completely depleted, then they're incapacitated, and you can have another unit go in there to resuscitate them. So, as long as you can get someone else there, it's not really too much of a worry. But it does mean you miss out on an objective unless you try the mission again. And let's be honest, if that happens, you probably are going to try it again once you clear all the objectives. But yeah, this is just me throwing everything I've got at the Laverne Rider.
Fire!
And I'm really going out of my way to see just how much damage I can pile on while Iska's doing his fantail formation attack. And I actually managed to bring him down to his last life bar. And here's Fred's mounted charge, which can be pretty good, but it even pushes enemies back. But I guess that effect doesn't do much for bosses. And I almost used Rickle's stun shot or backflip, but in the end I just had Waltequin use the meteor fall again. And just because that works really well,
I'll take you down.
Stacks on damage, and the shadow step finishes this guy off. Bow's over, mission clear. And I do actually believe we get a couple level ups if I remember correctly on how this went.
I've learned some tricks.
Fred, Waltequin, and Shiva all level up.
Well, well.
What is it, Izzy?
Have a look at the saddle. It's broken now, but is this how they control the wyverns?
That's jade. Not too dissimilar to the pure stuff we came across recently.
The jade we recovered from Haddie, you mean? This is a little duller, but I can see the similarity.
It doesn't seem that ordinary jade would activate the saddle. You know, I think this might have been what they used to incite the demi-human's rampage.
You wouldn't need to know any ancient sorcery to use this, right, Rias?
No. What is it, Izzy?
It's usually impossible to get a demi-human or a monster to obey you. This changes everything.
I'd be grateful if you kept this discovery to yourself, Izzy.
Oh, all right.
Hello there.
Very Arius. What do you make of the tent?
In any case,
Not what we're used to, perhaps, but it will serve our purposes well enough.
naturally.
If we have multiple fights in a row, we don't have a chance to return to
Aye.
base. Very true.
Or, how about...
Come on, everyone's waiting. Let's start the briefing. Okay, so we're moving right on from one battle to the next. And I actually take a few minutes to try to explore the base a little bit, to try to see what's where. And it doesn't take me too long. I do some miscellaneous things. And I also look at the map to see that there are a couple side missions we can do. But I do actually need to get a new weapon developed for Andreas. And I don't know if I'm actually going to need to get far enough into recording to show that off or not. I was thinking maybe I did, but no, this is just me looking for everything. And here I am, I found it. And what did I do next? I can't remember. I generally know what all I did, but I don't remember what order I did it all in. But yeah, anyway, I think we're at a good enough place to cut this off. So, in the next part, we're going to be continuing our campaign against the Imperial soldiers. And yeah, this is where I develop Andreas' new weapon. But I will see you all in the next video. And until then, I am Atelier Toka, Spirit Officer Tasker, and I am going to go touch grass.